Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the week of... No, this is actually for January of 2024. We're just going to jump right in here, Leo. You have this Dream Bigger card. It says, there's nothing to be ashamed of. There's nothing to be ashamed of to have small dreams, but is it what you truly want? To reach higher heights, shift your mindset and dream bigger. You also have the solar plexus chakra. It says, unblock third chakra, get outside to use the energy of the sun, and recharge your yellow chakra. You are the sun. So definitely time for you to get into the sunlight, right, and dream bigger. I feel like I've been saying dream big for a long time for you, Leo. Definitely seems to be something that comes up for you quite a bit. Look, you have this card that says feeling the world, this divine matrix, and, I think this is something you need to be careful of, is taking on too much of the world's, BS, right? And needing to feel your own feelings, needing to protect your emotions, and, all that other good stuff. You have the star. The star is the first card here that would represent kind of dreaming big or having some big dreams. So, we're starting off in a good kind of position here. You have the Knight of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Chariot, and the Temperance card. I feel like you need to charge towards something. The Knight of Swords, if you notice, he's going towards the past. He's not going this direction here. And so he's kind of like running away from something is, how I see it when he shows up like that, especially if he shows up in the first row here. And so I feel for a lot of you, it's time for you to charge towards something. And sorry, these are stuck for whatever reason. But I feel that it is time for you to charge towards something, that is going to be very successful. This is like the Empress, this Gatherer card, and you have the Ten of Pentacles here, you have the Ten of Swords, which is an ending in the world. So there you go. I feel that there is an ending in the way that you do things. I've been feeling this for a long time for you, Leo, that you need to change the way that you do things, especially if you've been doing things the same for a long time. I mean, you always get this, but it literally, as far as I'm concerned, according to Chris's crappy astrology here, right, it shows up in your astrology. I think it is time for Leo to embrace the new, and it has been for a very long time, but, now is the time to actually do it. You have the Two of Pentacles, and, I actually personally like the Two of Pentacles, but sometimes I feel that the Two of Pentacles comes up when you're overcomplicating things, when you're doing too much. I think when we get used to things being hard or things being challenging, then that's what it is. We kind of get, like, I've been there, trust me, I get it. But, it's like we get to this point where life is so hard that we think that work has to be hard, or we think that we have to work hard, or we have to do extra stuff, right? And I kind of feel like this is saying don't become a prisoner of how things have been going up into this point, I feel like you need to continue to look for new ways of doing things, especially in work or business. You have with the Ten of Pentacles, right? And you have this Gatherer card. To me, it says there's abundance for you, but just my intuitive feeling on the reading is that you're not getting the abundance right now, although you should be. And I feel the thing that is going to change this for you is you embracing new ways of doing things, simplifying, not overcomplicating, right? Don't overcomplicate. I would definitely simplify. You have the Chariot and the Temperance card as well. And these two cards together kind of say that you have to do things differently. Chariot is leaving behind this city behind him behind. And I believe we're in a time of the Chariot. The Chariot, I've never seen it so much as I have this year. And specifically the past 3 months. It's, I'm sure you've all seen it. The Chariot coming up like crazy. It's a card of leaving that city behind him behind. And he's going somewhere where he doesn't really know where he's going. He is just going to a new place. He just has to get out of the city because everything is the same in the city. He's looking for a place where he can set himself apart. And look at this. I mean, you literally go up to you, the Strength card, the Star, the Strength card. I really feel you need to set yourself apart. It's like you need to make yourself unique. You need to maybe do things differently. And that's what I would do here. The Temperance card is about turning one thing into another. So I really feel you have the power to turn your situation around now, and you will be, plain and simple. I really see that here in this reading, that whatever is going on in your life, whatever you're trying to improve, it looks to me like you're improving it. Let's see. With the Knight of Swords, you have the Tower. Yes, running away from something will cause a tower moment. So I feel like you need to face something head on here, is what this is saying. Also, this is good. Whenever you have the Tower and then you have the Star after it, then this is obviously a good thing. I look at the first row as your past position as well. So, I feel a lot of you have had a Tower moment. But again, Leo, I'm I'm not going to sugarcoat it, right? The Tower is like the Tower of Babel. The Tower of Babel basically fell in the Bible, right? Because everything everything, there was a concentration of power. Everything was the same. And that's, I'm paraphrasing here, but that's basically what happened, right? And yes, I know it's a biblical story, but that's not what I'm getting at here. What I'm saying is sometimes in life, we do things the same for too long, and we need to make a change. And that's the story of Leo, right? Plain and simple. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Five of Pentacles. There's like a lot of reasons why you shouldn't do things, but if there's one good reason you should do something, you should do it. Five of Pentacles says you need to focus on your strengths, not your weaknesses. And that's what I feel like you need to do here. But I also see you like thinking about like, oh, should I, go in this direction, or should I do this new thing? The answer is yes. With the Chariot and the Temperance card, you have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles says teamwork makes the dream work. Anything you could do to work together with other people is going to lead to more success. The other thing I'm getting here this way is that your quality speaks for itself here, Leo. Like, whatever you do for work or in business, or, this could even be just something you do for fun, like a hobby or something. It's almost like this reading is saying your work speaks for itself, but, maybe what needs to change is your presentation, or, something about it needs to change. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this Feeling the World card and this Divine Matrix card. Again, I feel this is literal, these two cards. I feel like you are feeling the world. I feel like you are feeling the energy of the world, and I feel like you need to be careful of that as well. I believe that the world has split. I believe that the new earth already exists. We're already in it, but we have to choose to build it. We have to choose to build things better in the new world and avoid, the, older, darker energies. So, I would start working on building something new, and I would make sure to have feelings of like what you actually want to feel, not, the bad stuff. You have the Queen of Wands, the Star, in the Page of Cups. Queen of Wands about being bold, being assertive, moving towards something that you need to move towards, because she has this sunflower right here. The sunflower points towards the sun, and you are the sun. You have this solar plexus chakra, and so maybe what's missing is inspiration here, Leo. Like maybe you need some inspiration, or you're hoping for some inspiration to break free from something here. What that card says, with crystals and to help boost confidence, optimism, and well-being. I think you need to do things really. I think the key word here is inspiration. It doesn't show up on that card, but I read intuitively. Again, I'm getting the word inspiration, self-esteem, and that card does say optimism. So anything you could do to boost those feelings would be great. She also is willing to learn as she goes. So you might be stepping off into a new adventure, and it's like you have to learn as you go. You have the Star here, and the stars, I literally feel like it's saying you are the star. Like, I'm not saying you're famous, but I feel that you have the abilities to be very successful in whatever actions you're about to take. You have this card in your next row that says it's time to take action. So clearly, it is time for you to like take a leap towards something bigger or newer in your life. I feel it's time for you to leap towards, something that could lead to more success, more abundance, more whatever, right? And so I would take a leap at this time. You have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups definitely could be love. Could be a water sign. You have Pisces here. You have the High Priestess and the Moon. Could be any sign, general reading, but I do feel like there could be an admirer coming in for you. Could also be an Aquarius as well. You have Scorpio here as well. I mean, it literally could be anything. You have Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo, and Capricorn with the World card. I mean, it could be anything. So take it how it resonates. But I feel there could be a new connection coming in for you. And, by the way, the star is inspiration. And I really feel you need inspiration at this time. Let's see. With the Queen of Wands, you have the Two of Cups. Yes, perfect match coming in for you. If you want love, I feel like, there's definitely love. Queen of Wands says you're very attractive at this time, and it doesn't matter what gender you are. You could just be attracting the right person into your life. With the Star, you have the Moon. Again, another Pisces again. Look at, you have the Moon twice right here. So it could be a Pisces. Doesn't have to be. This could also just be saying that you are trying to create something amazing in your life. And the Moon, I'm going to show you on this one because it's easier to see. But there's a path straight down the middle of the Moon. And the Moon is part of the Fool's journey. The Fool has to get to these mountains back here. And the mountains kind of represent achievements or, overcoming an obstacle. But it's like a good obstacle. I always say, where do you get the best views? And the answer is at the top of a mountain. So I feel it's time for you to climb those mountains. I feel like it's time to get to the top of those mountains so that you can be more successful, so that you can find more success in your life. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Temperance card. Temperance is a card of patience, but you have the Temperance twice right next to each other right here. So Temperance is about transformation. I feel like you could also, this could also say that you're attracting a person into your life who helps you transform your life. Whether that, is your business, we go this way. This could be some sort of dream. I always look at the moon as a dream. The moon, to me, is something that needs to be manifested on Earth. Nowhere on the moon does it say stop. And some people, I'm not saying any readers on YouTube, but, some people read it that way. Like, oh, the moon, it's scary. Don't go down that path. No. The moon says, no, you need to get your ass moving and bring that dream down to Earth, whatever the dream is. So I feel it's time for you to, manifest something you're dreaming about. I'm just dropping cards today too. You have this card that says it's time to take action. Clearly, and this is coming up in the area of what's coming towards you. You have this card that says communication is key. Yes, I feel like you need to communicate at this time, and don't bottle stuff up. There you go. My phone just buzzed. So confirmation. Do not bottle things up. I think you need to communicate with people, places, and things in your life so that you can manifest more good stuff. You have the Strength card, your card, the Moon, and the High Priestess. The Strength card, again, is you. And the Strength card says you've done a lot of work on yourself. The lion has its tail between its legs, which says that, the lion is submitting to her. And she, it kind of represents her inner voice, her inner demons, her inner critic. And so she has tamed her inner beast, her inner lion, right? And I kind of feel this is saying that you have tamed yourself, or you are working on taming yourself in some way. And again, this is something she has to do every single day. It's like a daily practice. But if she does it, then she will become very successful. You have the Ten of Pentacles right here. You have the Moon and the High Priestess. And again, could be Pisces energy, but could also be a big ass dream that you have. I always say Neptune and Pisces, big ass, crazy ass dream, some sort of castle in the sky type of deal. But Saturn and Pisces, if you get your ass moving, sure, you can have it. Saturn is the taskmaster. And again, I would say that this reading is not saying, I feel like this reading is not saying hard work. I feel like this reading is saying smart work. So especially you, Leo. I know I say this in every single reading, but I just think that Leo, listen, I was raised by a Leo. I live with my brother who's a Leo. I'm surrounded by Leo. I have so many Leos in my life, right? My mom said a prayer for me when I was born because I'm a Pisces. I was born with a bunch of Leos. How does that work? A fish with cats, right? But still, whatever. What I would say here is I know how you operate, right? So I feel it is time for you to embrace this dream. I also happen to know that you Leos are way more intuitive than you think. So, as far as I'm concerned, Leo is the most underrated intuitive in the zodiac. So I think that you need to trust your intuition here. I feel like you are being guided towards something intuitively, but you also might be doubting yourself. So I feel this is saying don't do that. Move towards your intuition. You have the High Priestess. High Priestess literally says that the sky is the limit, or there are no limits. She has no roof over her head. And on the High Priestess, the High Priestess is a card of potential. She does represent intuition, mystery, all that other stuff, but really she is a card of unlimited potential. And I feel like you need to realize that you can reach great heights. And clearly with this reading, let's see what is going on here. With the Strength card, you have the Strength card. So basically the universe saying I meant what I said. Whenever a card repeats, it's just the universe is saying I meant what I said. With the Moon card, you have the Eight of Swords. Every single reading I've done for you since the beginning of time. If you go back to my oldest readings, the first reading I ever did for you on this channel, I was reading playing cards, and you got the Eight of Spades, right? And it might not have been the first one, but maybe the second set of readings that I did for you. That's when I started saying, Leo, you have to do something new. You have to do something different. I feel like this is the fear of the future with the Moon card. And I feel like I said this to you recently as well, where you could be fearing the future with the Moon, but you don't know the future yet. So I feel like you need to realize that it's things might not be as bad as you think, or things might not go, how you think, or even if they do. I always tell people, people, leave me comments all the time, and I'm not making a comment on the comments. I'm just saying, I'm just using that as an example. So if you're leaving me a comment, tell me not to comment on the comments. I'm going to delete your comment and ban you, because that is 10 times more annoying than the comments, right? It's I'm just trying to paint a picture here. Bear with me. So what I would say is that, that a lot of people have been leaving comments saying oh, I'm worried about the economy and things like that. And I say to every single one of those people, it's I get it, I understand, but it's isn't it better to do as much as you can right now? So that way, if something does happen, you at least you'll be somewhere. You'll have something. If nothing happens, you'll also be in a better position if nothing happens, right? So it's I think the danger is worrying about all these things that could happen and not building anything, not getting anywhere, right? That's why I encourage everyone right now to build something new. in your life. It could be a new daily routine. It could be a new way to put your socks on in the morning. I don't care. That might sound ridiculous, but I'm not even joking when I say that. I don't care what it is. It just needs to be like one new thing. Just do it. I promise you, if you do that, you'll probably maybe do something else. You'll be like, oh, you know what? I do like putting on my left sock first on and then my right sock. And then when that happens, you feel a little bit better. And then you're like, no, I'm going to go try something else new. And then something else and then something else. And that's how you improve your life right now. So, just that's what I would do here. Plain and simple. I hope that makes sense. Probably not. With the High Priestess, you have the Seven of Cups. A lot of options right now. I really feel that nothing is set in stone right now. I always tell people, I don't even try to predict the future. Like, people have said to me, who's going to be the next president, everything. I'm like, you couldn't pay me $1 million freaking dollars right now to predict who the next president would be. So again, I think that there are like a bunch of timelines right now that exist at this time, and there's just no way to predict the future, period. Plain and simple. So I don't know. I think there's a lot of options right now. And you just need to pick one and manifest it. And I don't even think it's like manifest it like magically. I think it's like get your ass moving, get to work, and something that you're trying to create in the world, you will be able to bring it down to earth. You literally, in the area of the good stuff, have this witness card and this gatherer card. The gatherer card is like the Empress. So I feel like you're about to have a harvest. You have the Ten of Pentacles right off the bat. So, and this is showing up in the area of the good stuff. The witness, I feel, is like people witnessing a change in you. So I feel for a lot of you that when people start to see a change, they feed into that energy and kind of expand it. And that could be what's going on here. You have the Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Swords in the World. 3 cards of completion. Tens are cards of completion. The World is the last card in the Major Arcana. And then you start all over again as a Fool. The Ten of Pentacles, of course, is a card of abundance, success, happy home, happy family type of card. Really that's a Ten of Cups. But I also personally consider the Ten of Pentacles to be a happy home, happy family card, and definitely a card of abundance as well. You have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is something that is dead, done, over with. So I feel for a lot of you that you could be ending something, but in the area of the good stuff, this would represent a blessing in disguise. This right here, he is making the same symbol with his hand that the Hierophant is making on his card. So that symbol represents a blessing, and some of you could be receiving a blessing. You have the World, and the World, of course, can represent an accomplishment or ending something. So I feel for a lot of you, you could be ending something in your life or bringing something to an end, and you could just be like starting or having a new beginning here. Let's see what is going on. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Swords. Again, coming up in the area of the good stuff. Seven of Swords is a card of tactics. I don't even consider Seven of Swords to be a bad card. It is a golden card. Golden cards in the tarot are meant to be positive no matter what. So I know everybody reads it as lying, cheating, stealing. It can represent that, but really it's a card of tactics. It's a card of doing things differently. So I feel for a lot of you that you've just been stuck in a way for a while of how you work, how you create abundance in your life. And there's like a newer, easier way. And so I want to encourage you to like try that new way to do things. And you might have to do research. Like you might have to figure out what you're doing, but do it. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is a card of freedom or setting yourself free. And so while this could be marriage, and we're going to talk about that, this could also just be you setting yourself free from something. Could also be you committing to a new way of doing things, like I said. So I kind of feel like you could be updating things in your life or updating your skills or, whatever. On top of that, I feel that you could be crossing a finish line. Again, to me, it's like another portal card, and you have a bunch of them here where you could be stepping through a portal, getting into a new life. And with the World card, you have the Hermit. The Hermit, what was I going to say about this? You have the Star, and the Hermit has a star in his lantern, but he needs to shine his inner light. But I also feel you've been through like a difficult period of time. It's almost like you've been through a dark night of the soul, and now you're like stepping out. You're like coming out the other side or something. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see here. What's going on? Let's see. You have the Defense card. I do feel like you need to protect yourself at this time, not from like anything. I don't think you have to do anything, right? I think this is more like saying, keep your ideas to yourself. Don't share your goals with other people. Like that type of thing is what I'm getting there. Next, you have this Organization card, a card with wheat on it. So wheat represents abundance. You have that Gatherer card. There's definitely a lot of abundance, or there's like fresh new abundance coming in for you. You have this Decision card, definitely a choice to be made. The choice is between the old earth, the new earth. I don't think this has to be literal. This could be a metaphor for your life. It's, I know there are like some spiritual teachers that think there's going to be a snap and we're going to turn into, light bodies, and we're going to be floating around in flying saucers, and we're going to be mating with Bigfoot, and, like all this other stuff going on. I wouldn't I don't hate the idea. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think, we are in the new earth, and we just have to make the choice to create that new earth. We just have to build something new, and we just have to let the old stuff die, right? And that's what we have to do. There you go. Next, you have this fulfillment card. Yep. I think there's a lot of fulfillment coming in for you, a lot of joy, a lot of happiness. People have had really, really good cards of money, success, fulfillment coming up at the end of the year, 2023 into 2024. Yes, I understand that this reading is for 2024. I'm putting it out at the end of 2023. So I feel for a lot of you that you are increasing your abundance, really. And finally, you have the seduction card. Yes, I definitely feel there's love coming in for you. Could lead to marriage. If you're meeting a new person, could lead to marriage. If you're with a person, you could be getting married. So, love looks amazing for you. I do feel like it could be someone who's a little bit different than what you would normally go for. Could be a Gemini as well. But looks really good. So I love this for you, Leo. I feel like there's a lot of abundance. I would just, I want to encourage you to, again, do something new, even if it's really small, but looks good. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.